Like many other Americans, I lost my job because of the pandemic. I've been a working musician for over 2 decades, but the virus spread like wildfire, and the government shut everything down in early March. The timing couldn't have been worse. One of the bands that I play in is a traditional Irish duo with my brother, and St. Patrick's Day is one of our biggest times of the year. During the warm season, some outdoor, socially distant gigs came back for a while, but it's December now, and I've been out of work for months. I started playing in bars and coffee houses when I was 19 years old with a fake ID and a pawn shop Stratocaster, and through hard work and a bit of masochism, I carved out a career for myself in the cutthroat music business. But it's gone now. Venues have closed. People have died. Money is tight. The thing that took me 20 years to build was destroyed in a matter of months by this lousy virus. This was different than I lost my job. This was my baby. To add insult to injury, my songwriting hero, John Prine, was among the thousands of lives lost. When the cold weather started settling in and the gigs really dropped off, I had this grand idea to write a Christmas musical because our schedules had opened up, so I invited my band over to record some stuff. I figured we'd wear masks as much as possible and distance from each other during the recording session to follow the social guidelines that were in place. After the first session, I got a text from my bass player letting me know that his family had all tested positive for the virus. It was a real scare. Luckily, they were healthy after a 10-day quarantine. But we scrapped the project and that was that. I mean, a Christmas musical? Who wants to hear that shit anyway? I spend my time playing guitar mostly. I still have that old Strat, or at least the body. The neck, pickups, and hardware have all been upgraded over the years. I've been flipping through the channels for a few hours now, and the Christmas specials are all on. Frosty, Rudolph, and Santa all seem to poke fun at my grim situation. It was exactly 1 year ago that Karen left me for him on Christmas Eve. At first I pretended it didn't hurt, but as the year went along, it became apparent that I was a total mess. Carrie broke my heart, and I missed her more and more every day. I'd lost myself in my music career and took her for granted. Carrie worked a regular 9-to-5-er, and my schedule was all over the place. I brought this loneliness on myself. And again, the timing of the pandemic made the situation worse. It tends to do that in lots of little ways. I drink too much. I smoke too much. I put on some weight. I barely see anyone anymore because of the social distancing guidelines. Luckily, my dog Clarence is always here. He begs, but he's a good boy. Clarence came into my life when Carrie and I decided to foster a dog on a whim, and he's been my best buddy ever since. 11 years now. He's moving a little slower these days with arthritis, but he's still adorable and a very affectionate old hound dog. His coat is a combination of orange, white, black, and lately, more and more gray. He looks at me and barks 3 times, like he always does. I say, 3rd time's a charm, buddy, like I always do. Carrie always loved that little ritual that we do. As I turn off the TV with tears in my eyes, Clarence curls up into a little ball right at my feet. I miss my family and my friends, and I'm bored. pick up the Les Paul that I got from my cousin last December and start playing. I decide to go out and get another bottle of brown. On my way out the door, I noticed my neighbor Eve coming towards her apartment looking gorgeous as usual.
Hi, Tim. Merry Christmas.
Hello. I've had a crush on Eve for a long time now, but my current state is way too embarrassing to try to talk to her. She's a successful working woman and I'm an unemployed bum.
I've never felt so isolated in my life.
Still in disbelief over what has happened around here. A lot of the businesses are closed. Virus, rioting, looting, and police brutality have left my neighborhood in shambles. People are scared and angry and taking it out on each other. On the way back from the liquor store, I get a text from my friend Justin, who's the drummer in our band. He works over at the local weed dispensary. Stop by, have something for you, it read. So I stop in.
Tim! Oh, terrible, man. How you doing?
Hey, Justin, what's up, man?
Hey, well, I'm heading out of town for Christmas, but before I go, I got a little something for you.
Oh, man. You didn't have to do that. I didn't get you anything.
Yeah, you got me arrested at the pub last year. I'd say that's getting me something.
What a guy. I miss playing with you guys, man.
Yeah, me too. Look, we should do some of your songs virtually. I got my home studio set up. I can send files, receive files, the whole thing. I know you've been bummed since Karen left. Don't worry, the gigs will come back. And until then, you can count on me. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Bye. Like Ringo said, I get high with some help from my friends. And if you have a song to sing, man, I will grab my drum and play for you until the bitter end. You can count on me. 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 I'll be your go-to guiding wingman. Like Ringo said, I get by with some help from my friends. And if you have a song to sing, man, I will grab my drum and play for you until the bitter end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can count on me. I'm the bro that you know that you can rely on. You can count on me. Count on me. Count on me. Happy holidays.
Later, dude. As soon as I leave the dispensary, I take off my mask and light up one of the pre-rolls he gave me. As I turn the corner, I notice that a homeless man has set up camp in a little box across the street from my apartment. He's crumpled in a pile with a pair of mittens on his feet because he has no shoes. He looks cold and hungry. I can't take my mind off Carrie. I can't even bring myself to say one word to the homeless man as I fumble for my keys at the front stoop.
Have a very Merry Christmas, and if it doesn't snow, take comfort in the people who you know. Snow's in the trees, it's a good thing, and the carols sing, fa la la. My nose is cold, I put my mittens on my feet. So this is how it is, I don't know. Why would you put your legs on your feet in the snow? I don't know. Why would you live like a jack in the box without socks? Why would you stick your tongue to a hole in the snow? I don't know. This is our Christmas
After a long time passes, I honestly have no idea how long, I shuffle back into the living room and sit down next to a box of ornaments that I still haven't put up. I need a minute to process the fact that Clarence is gone. I reach down and pull out an ornament that Carrie and I got on our trip to New York City all those years ago. It's a mini Statue of Liberty wearing a Christmas hat.
on blowing through the hole in my heart.
okay. My job still has me working remotely, but it's fine. I actually kind of like it, and at least I still have a job. Please, don't call it a plandemic, Dad. Hospitals aren't making up numbers. People are getting very sick and dying, and Can we please not talk politics? I don't want a repeat of Thanksgiving. The election was not rigged. I am not. You know what I think? I think you watch too much Fox News. That's what I think. You know, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this again. I'm not coming up to the house for Christmas tomorrow. I think it's better if I stay home. Fine. Bye.
Divisive hate, it does not make this country great.
With tears streaming down my face, I throw the ornament into the fireplace and it shatters into a few long shards of broken glass. I've never felt so alone! I see the homeless man looking at me through the window with a look of sadness and compassion in his eyes. He takes off his dirty hat and bows to me. And in an instant, he's gone. He disappeared. I must be high. I take a few more swigs and a few more tokes, wrap Clarence in a blanket and bury him in the little yard off the back door. The ground was barely frozen. It hasn't snowed much these past couple years. The wildfires and storms seem to get worse and worse. I lean the shovel against the building and wipe the tears from my face. As I step back into the apartment, I hear the sound of jingle bells. What the hell, I think to myself. And just as I step into the living room, I see a sleigh flying through the night sky towards my building. It's Santa Claus!
Santa's packing up his sleigh and about to make his run. He'll make his way around the world before the night is done. Now most kids just leave cookies and milk, but I thought God gave him some help. Give him something to make his night more fun. I picked my favorite seasonal stout with an alcohol volume that can knock you out. Santa's got a long night ahead. I left some cookies that were given to me by my friend at the dispensary. If you eat too much, you might feel like you're dead. They wrote Santa Claus a real nice letter saying, take all of this and you'll feel much better. And it might make your night a little more fun. I know the nights are getting pretty cold, and Santa, I know you're pretty old, so to keep you warm, help you a bottle of rum. Well, Santa came around to my place, burned his ass in my fireplace. He dusted himself off, put the presents under the tree. Well, I think he started feeling the effects, because every present that he left was all for Karen and none for me. Now, oh, Santa Claus, I can plainly see that you are just a little too tipsy to ride that sleigh and deliver all of their toys. Hey, say, Nick, what should I do? Everyone in the world needs you. Deliver us gifts to all of the girls and boys. While I was visiting my friend, the cookies started kicking in. He let out a great big jolly laugh. Ho, ho, ho! My friend woke up to see him there. Santa Claus didn't seem to care. He posed for a selfie, gave him his autograph. My friend called and said, get over here. I think Santa Claus has had too much beer. And he ate up all of the stuff from the dispensary. Well, I asked him if he wouldn't mind. But only if he has the time. He'd like to hang out, watch Rudolph on TV. Santa Claus was much obliged. He sat down on the chair with his bloodshot eyes. He asked me if I might have anything to eat. All I had was given to me by my friend at the dispensary. Just some brownies, cookies, and other cannabis-infused treats. The Christmas show was all done showing. And I said, hey Santa, shouldn't you be going? He said, I don't feel so good. Passed out in the chair. And then I thought of all of the places and all of the kids and all of the looks on their faces when they woke up and Santa was never there. Now, oh Santa Claus, I can plainly see that you are just a little too tipsy to ride that sleigh and deliver all of their toys. Hey, say, Nick, what should I do? 'Cause everyone in the world needs you. Deliver those own it. So I hopped in his sleigh to make his midnight run. Now Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Santa's still alive, but he's just not kicking. We don't have too much time, so let's get this done. Rudolph took off with a mighty blast, because I think he might have eaten some grass that I had growing around the back of my shed. We were singing and zagging all through the night. Whew, it must have been such a crazy sight. It's a good thing all the children were asleep in their beds. We were hoping we were over Hong Kong or Tokyo. We have a lot of places to go. Rudolph seemed to get a little tired. I tried to figure out what was wrong. It didn't take me very long to figure out that Rudolph's hide expired. Well, I had a little something that was given to me by my friend in the same dispensary. It was guaranteed to lift you up and make you strong. So I gave it to Rudolph for a pick-me-up. He sniffed it a bit, then he ate it all up, and then the snow started shining real bright, and we were gone. Now, old Santa Claus, I can plainly see you are just a little too tipsy. Round that sleigh and deliver all of their toys. Gate saying, what should I do? Everyone in the world is you. Deliver those gifts to all of the girls and boys. We hit all of the countries and all of the towns, and by sunup we were done making our rounds. So I thought I'd go and check on old St. Nick. So I went back to the very chair. I couldn't find him anywhere. And I thought old Santa might be pulling a trick. Then I looked right under the tree. And all the presents were addressed to me with a thank you card from Santa Claus that read, "Thank you for a lovely night, for making everything all right. Those cookies you gave me really went to my head." Now all those presents that were given to me, they were from the North Pole dispensary, and it was way better than what I got from my friends. So Christmas had been safe that year, and all the kids were filled with cheer. That will bring our story to an end.
Somehow, I'm back in my apartment, safe and sound, with a bunch of presents under the tree and a huge Christmas breakfast that couldn't be beat. Eggs, bacon, sausage, home fries, fruit, coffee, and cake were all set out for me. I cannot believe what had just happened. I'd saved Christmas! There was way too much food for one person, so I looked to see if the homeless man is still in this little box across the street. Sure enough, he's there. So I walk over and invite him to join me. Just as I step outside, it starts snowing.
It's snowing and all the lights are glowing, and as the wind keeps blowing, it carries distant memories and voices of the angels. They sing the ancient chorus and rise out of the forest and bring us back into the light. The snow is silently surrounding us, just as the sun breaks through the clouds and shines its light. The darkest days are far behind us now on this Yuletide miracle.
Merry Christmas. Would you like some breakfast?
Really? Well, yes, I like that very much. Thank you.
Well, come on then. I'm Tim. What's your name?
I'm Jack. Everyone calls me Skinny, though. Thank you for helping me out. It's just been so cold in my box these nights. But it hasn't always been like that, you know. I was a taxi driver before the coronavirus, you know, shut everything down. I'm just out here working on it, but it's rough. Someone stole my shoes, which is why I'm wearing mittens on my feet.
The agony of defeat. Let's go have some eggs.
Sure, that sounds great, thank you. It's been a very long time since I've had a home-cooked meal. My wife was the cook of the family, but COVID took her back in August. Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
thank you.
You must be hungry. Let's get in out of the cold. We eat and talk for hours. It's nice, really nice. I haven't felt this happy in a long time, so I thank him. I go into my closet to get a pair of old sneakers that I haven't worn in a while and a pair of socks from my dresser drawer. Suddenly, I see a dog looking at me through the window. Just like Skinny had the day before. The dog looks just like Clarence, only his fur is as white as the snow falling all around him. He looks at me and barks 3 times, and then takes off through the little hole in the fence and out toward the alleyway. A warm feeling of love wells up inside me, and I feel comfortable in my own skin for the first time since my last show. 3rd time's a charm, buddy. Thanks, I say as I touch the window and watch him run out of sight. When I return to the living room, I see that the door is open and Eve is standing there chatting with Skinny. Eve! Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Tim. You doing okay? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I was just visited by some old friends. How have you been?
Well, to be honest, I've been better. I had a huge fight with my dad, and now I'm all alone on Christmas, and... Would you guys mind if I stayed here with you guys?
No! I mean, no. We wouldn't mind that at all, would we, Skinny?
No, that'd be great. Come on in and have some eggs.
Thanks, I thought you'd never ask.
Hey, anybody home?
Justin, what are you doing here? I thought you went out of town.
Yeah, planning a trip during the pandemic was a little more complicated than I thought, so I stayed home. I'm all alone on Christmas. I was coming through town and I thought I'd stop by.
Well, come on in and grab some food.
Hey, thanks. Hey, look at that little dog playing in the snow.
Attaboy, Clarence. Attaboy.